What's going on, Tube? Welcome to the Plot Coalition YouTube channel. Today, we are doing some animation. We're going to be animating a Helldive sequence, so that should be pretty fun. I have had a very long week at work, so this one's going to be mega chill. I have a new music playlist, so feel free to just, listen to that while I animate away. I'll answer questions as they come in. Sleek, hi, it's nice to see you. Crispy Mushroom, good to have you here. Jonah Postel, nice to see you. Unknown Waff showing up in the chat. He played through the entire Titanfall 2 campaign during the last stream. Good stuff, good stuff. Very cool. Alright, so we're gonna get right into it. Been busy working on the teaser trailer animations. And we have Cover Up, the guy who actually put together the pack in Unreal Engine. He did some really solid stuff. He's working on making some like actual gameplay assets. So like essentially we can walk around as like an automaton on a map and be able to record that and then put that back into the animation. So pretty cool stuff happening like that. Alright, we have a couple other animators working on stuff as well. It's all coming together really cool, but today we're just focused on making a cool Hellpod sequence. So I'm going to get started on that. Sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and I'll pop in occasionally, whether it be from chat has a question, or if I'm doing something I think is interesting. But otherwise, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. Fest is working on some animation work. That's pretty sweet. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on how the animations are turning out. They're looking pretty down just a hair. Sweet, sweet. Alright, we got a pretty cool shot here. It's gonna be of the Hellpod closing over the Helldiver. What's this thing? Oh, that must be part of how it animates on or something. So I guess we should probably check that first, just how exactly does the animation. It's in an idle position, that's why. So it must blend one to the next. Alright, cool. We'll plan on this one and then we'll see. I'm gonna switch this to Hey, Zombie Badger, welcome, welcome. Just having a chill stream while we're working on the animation. How long is this shot? 57 frames. I do appreciate that there's a 91% vote for Plot Coalition, making a better Helldivers film than Sony. What's this? 57, so we'll do 58. What's this thing? It's the ship exterior. It's like cutting through the Hellpod for some reason. There we go. That looks like it should be fine. Hey, what's up, Wasp? Wasp been helping out a whole lot with the project. Really a chill dude. Yeah, you know, I'll be interested to see what Sony does. That's really all we can hope for. Like, I did see some of the stuff where like the creators were talking about it a little bit, or the Arrowhead devs. That. I think that's supposed to be over there. Yeah, okay. So what I might do, actually, let's leave this up here. Drag this out, but then can I play another animation underneath it? And have that one in. I don't know. Okay, it does do something there. So I think we need to go here. Sony might do good if they look how the other game-based movies turned out. Borderlands, cough, cough, and learn from them. Yeah. Borderlands is such a weird one. Because there really should have been, like... obviously, like, better, but, like... like, I don't know how they jacked that one up so bad. Also, hold up, let me switch my phone to Do Not Disturb. Whoa! Can't be doxing myself or anything. Do Not Disturb. Well, apparently that didn't work. Okay, now I think it's done. Let's set this to like real so 0.25. That's still really fast. This is supposed to be dramatic. 0.05. It's actually kind of close. Okay. Point 0.85. Whoa! I say, where did our animation go? It's disappeared, Wallace. What the heck? It really did disappear. Up there it is. Oh, it's because I see why. It's supposed to be 0.085. Because the camera's going to be like right about here, maybe over just a little bit. I didn't even notice they just have another lid ready to go. What a fun little detail. The Helldivers are literal Pringle chips. They're just Pringle chips in a factory. That's too funny. I want the Sony movie to be the life of a Helldiver from cape to death, and it's only 15 minutes long. I did see that they were talking about doing like they wanted to get as many like A-list celebrities in it just to kill them off really quickly. I thought that would be funny. If I were in Arrowhead's shoes, I'd put the lead narrative writer in charge to use the movie as a massive war project filled with propaganda to add to the goofiness and answer some burning questions. That would be pretty interesting. It feels like an opportunity that they should really, consider taking advantage of. All right, I'm going to. I don't like using the FK rig, but we're gonna do it for this because I like the idea of this locking into place, but then I want all these little locks to release, kind of like in Interstellar when it's doing the locking thing. Oh, I forgot to feed the fish. Hellpods are literally just bullets, and the ammunition is whatever you put inside of them. Too true. They're freedom's ammunition. So if it locks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the lid? Those are all the locks, so that's good to know. lid lock. Is that the bone we want? I do not believe so. Extra lid. Is this one? Yep. There we go. So it lands. And then all the little ones go up. And maybe we'll leave like just a couple of frames there on the very end. There you go. And I'm just going to figure out which axis the pitch makes sense. I wonder if the lid should just go below where that is. That kind of makes sense, huh? Huh. Where's the one we just changed the position on? Yeah, like set a keyframe for a bunch of stuff that I didn't actually touch. There it is. Okay, so what if this sinks in more? We'll just delete that second one. That way this doesn't clip in. Or 1 second, I have something that is bothering me. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I have returned. Is that fish cam? Yo, yes. Of course it's fish cam, Wasp. Every stream it's fish cam. Alright, this lid lock. I'll experiment with doing like a little we definitely want that to be in place first. Ooh, I wonder if they go down first. Right? So like they push it down. Push it down, everything freezes and then goes up. And this is where it's just more about like playing with it and having fun. Less about it being like game accurate, because this is kind of just supposed to be like a really nice cinematic moment. Maybe we'll push this. What's 35? 35 is too much. I think 34 is our lucky number. If anybody plays the lottery, let me know how that does. Dispenser lock. Oh, that one goes the opposite way, so it's going to be negative 34. This one's probably going to be the same thing. And I could build a control rig for this. this is really the only time that like the Hellpods are animated in a more cinematic way, at least leaving the Super Destroyer. Oh, and that one's negative for some reason. Okay. Then we'll lock everything and they'll raise up. Just to give it some nice continuous animation. I think we're just gonna go just backwards. That's the one we just did. What is the fish's name, and is it Nemo? No, my 5-year-old named the fish Katie. So that's the fish's name. That looks cool. Okay. Which bone is driving the feet down? Is it this one? Hellpod 2. Yep. Alright, let's get a Helldiver on there. Close that lid over their head. Have I? No, I do gotta do the retarget for that. Won't take long though. Top tier motion capture right there. But hey, it's all it needs to be. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? So there's this weird thing where sometimes with the cloth in Unreal Engine, you just want to give everything a little bit extra time. So I'm gonna say in this case, let's maybe extend this out. It's supposed to be 58 frames, so we'll do maybe like 96. Stretch it out. Bring everything over there. Just that way so the cape can simulate before it goes down. Because I'm trying to do as few like actual baked animations as possible. Or baked simulations. Which I can do them in like Blender and bring them back into here, but Maybe I'll just go to the beginning of this and bring that straight up to the top. So we can put our Helldiver on there. Just trying to avoid that little jump. One more frame while I do it. So now they can at least start standing up a little bit more. This one has her backpack on. We should probably remove that. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do a weapon. Not for this shot. I think it's just going to introduce too many unnecessary complications. One thing I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to add a cube. I'm legit just going to use this to bake some information. Because the FK rig is pretty wonky with constraints. Nope, that's the wrong one. Which bone is that? Hellpod 2. Well, according to this, that bone doesn't exist. Yeah, it's weird about my movie. How long will it be? I can tell you almost pretty exact. It is very much so thought out. It's like just under 50 minutes, so it'll be like 48, 49 minutes. Okay, so here's just the Hellpod one. Good to know. Cool. And now I can use the cube as a constraint rather than the FK rig, because the FK rig gets weird. Exactly. That was kind of the thinking. Didn't want it to be too long. Didn't want it to be too short. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just a good amount of time for, you know, this kind of film. This is when she should be looking. Her head should already be down. Or close. Feels pretty good. So now what I can do is we'll start by constraining the whole rig to the cube and just bake that real quick. So now she'll go down, but now we need to fix her body position. Looks like her whole body needs to come down too. YouTube is so weird with some of their chat features. It like will do these pop-ups randomly. It's a bit of a complicated story. At this point in the story, this is presumably her third drop. Okay, let's set a keyframe. And then we'll keep our foot there by constraining it to the cube. We'll keep our other foot there by constraining it to the cube. We should be able to delete the cube. Yep, her feet stay planted in there. I'm a little bit worried about the cape simulating on that, but I mean, I guess we could test it. Let's do a save. So there we go. That will be like at the start the cape will simulate, and then let's see how it behaves. Oh, no, it actually does pretty good. Yep. Worries subsided. Cool. I don't even think her body needs additional cleanup. So I'm going to set the camera where I want it to be when we're seeing this. So I'm actually going to get out of animation mode and go here. So I want it to be pretty square on. I think we're pretty close. I'm good to just have to align the camera after this. I guess I could do straight up. $90 degrees. Look, you can't do this in regular filmmaking. James Cameron would love to get this shot. Actually, James Cameron could. He's one of the few filmmakers that, like, embraces this new technology. Why does it look so off-center here? I think I'm just seeing so much of it. Oh, you know what it is? It's because it's had too much of the bottom, so that should be better. And we'll see how this looks movement wise before touching the focus. Oh, there's something still off. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's do this. Now this is filmmaking. Alright, we get this in the center here. Then in theory, actually we can go right past the cylinder. Oh, I think I see the problem. No, it's not that. Aha, here it is. The down to the millimeter. That is how perfect we need to make sure this shot is. The cylinder is literally just to help me line up to get this like perfectly square. Oh, what's up, Hazy Knight? It's been a while since I've seen you on stream. I've been seeing all your stuff with your bike in the Discord. It's pretty neat stuff. And we'll go right there for our frame one. All right, let's try this again. looks off. Hold up. I just need to get the rest of it. It's so trippy looking from this view. Hold on, I'm locked in. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I need to be more democratic about how I go about this. Let's make sure the logo is squared up in frame, because I think the lid is slightly tilted. Nice. Hopefully that goes well. You get your license and all that jazz. Actually, there should be... I should be able to throw a grid on. I don't see one though. Well, that's quite all right. I think this is getting us a little bit closer. Okay. So now we'll just come up with our frame 0 from here. Because I don't mind the idea of it being more about the logo. Than like the entire lid, you know? Not that. That. Maybe I'll bump this up to like a 35 mil instead. This is what's so nice, like, in comparison to my past stuff, Because in the past I didn't have too much of a plan going in, but like there was such a precise plan that like each one of these shots, like I already know what it's gonna look like, and it just tickles my brain in a nice way. So maybe this last frame we won't be so close, but we're almost done with this shot. I'm almost good to call it good. And how's that looking focus-wise throughout? I actually wouldn't mind if this was at the top of her head to start. I'm under the water. Please help. I'm glad that my democracy officer would be proud. She does plenty of salutes. I did an animation last night where she's saluting a 380 barrage. So she's pretty democratic. In fact, the story, without getting into spoilers, is like how she achieves peak managed democracy, becoming a perpetuant of managed democracy. Alright, let's check this with the simulation, and then I'm going to call this Dunzo. Ooh. Oh yeah. And then maybe the last thing I'll add, maybe I'll just add a light just like right here, just to hit that dark side of her face and like kind of put this side in shadow a little bit more, because that's looking pretty that's looking pretty good. I like that. That's like exactly what I had in my head. I think the only thing that like is a little bit different is how small she looks. But like, I think that's just a showcase of what these Hellpods are like, you know? Alright, we'll stop simulating. We're out of our camera. Whoa. Holy, I'm upside down. Okay, that's fixed. Yeah, I'm working on getting with some of the people who worked on oh, the light doesn't even go in all the way. That's alright. From the top it looks fine. Although I guess in the game they kind of go into pre-launch position and then they actually click in. But like for these purposes, that looks fine. I gotta do more follow up with the composers, but the same people who did music for New Frontiers are gonna do a few tracks for this as well, and I want them to like essentially make like covers of specific moments where I'm using the theme. This should help just add some more depth. So that definitely needs to be up a little bit. So it starts on her head. And then kind of tapers off as she descends. And we'll open up that cone some more. And maybe just drop the aperture down. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, for specific moments I want it to be like basically 1-to-1 from the game. But I don't want to do the actual game soundtrack because then YouTube will like stop pushing it, and like I don't monetize the actual films for a lot of various reasons, but like, you know, it would suck if everybody put like all this work into something and it's literally just because it's the music track in a fan film is like the reason that like it gets stunted. So it would make the Hellpod closing more clunky so we felt the weight of it. Interesting. Let's see here. I wonder if like as these let go, maybe that might be what you're thinking. It seems almost too smooth. The actual animation was like way too smooth. The game animation, I was like, goodness, it's just like quick and you don't get a good sense of what happens. But here, let's try something, because I can see what you mean. Let's as those open up, Where's our... Where's the guy we want? There we go. Then what if this? I'm opening it up on my curves real quick. Which I'll use any excuse to use my pen. Okay, so if we wanted to like down. Actually, you know, I'm going to undo that. Let me pull it off of this one instead. What do you think about that? That gives it a little bit more weight, just that extra push to it. So now instead of it going in with the things, it goes in, and then as they release, the rest of it pushes in. Yeah, I do like that better. Great suggestion, thank you. You had a hand in making this animation better. All right, sweet. I'm gonna call that one good to go. I will come back and render this later so we can get started on the next shot. You're gonna be famous. Dude, I sure hope so. All right. I kind of like just the idea of that too. They just got to drop it. Drop it in, drop it in, drop it in. Thanks, WAF. We're going to call this shot good and move on to the next one, which I actually have a little bit of concept art to go off of as well. Here, I'll pull it up. Scene 14. So this was the concept art that one of the artists did. So we're going to go off of that as the reference point. So what shot is this? It's 14:01. And we're going to change up which level we're in. Actually, I believe that's up here. Perhaps? Yep, 5. So this scene is tricky because it's space. It is really difficult to determine like what exactly should be seen. since this is kind of our hero one, so now how do we get like... Well, let's see. Let's create a duplicate of this scene. I mean, that's kind of what it's like. You know, they're like they're the Super Earth Navy. If we swap this to volumetric clouds and turn the cloud coverage off, turn the fog basically off. Kind of like the look of that. Maybe we can affect the sky some too. We'll set no clouds. That'd be a good help. You can't play Helldivers 2. That's the saddest news I've heard all day. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, hopefully one day soon, man. Helldivers is a great time. Here we go, sky atmosphere. What just happens if we just like kind of make that gray? Really just suck the life out of this sky. Oh. That switches back to just sky atmosphere. Yeah, that's a little bit closer to what I'm thinking. And you know, this might honestly just end up being a comp. if I'm being honest. Let's see here. Oh, was I grabbing the wrong things? I was. Alright, and let's intensify those stars. The void. Let's get the fog turned off too. Whoa. Black hole. Now I do wonder if I change the time of day now. Because the big thing for me is I want to be able to see the reflection of the planet, but the stars still in space. That's like my net what would be coolest. And you know, I think to a certain degree it's just there's got to be some compromise here. Yes, crispy mushroom. Gotta get back to diving. If you're not diving for Super Earth, what are you doing? All right. So I think this is gonna kind of be my base anyways. Like I mentioned, this might just end up being a comp shot. Just to get the best of both worlds. Might do over here and then change the sun angle. Why is it called yaw here? I've been working with this plugin all day and it's been called sun angle. There you go, that looks pretty neat. Nice and chiseled. That's how I like my super destroyers. By playing Deep Rock Galactic. Hey, you know, not a terrible situation. I'm gonna go ahead and end this Q&A. I'm trying out all these YouTube features, but also apparently my stream super chat goal with the incentive being I drink water doesn't seem too popular. There's the fish. Everybody say hi to the fish. I made this can bigger just so he'd come over and say hello. I'm considering getting him a friend. Because he's been acting weird, and at first I thought he was acting weird like he was gonna die. And then I was like, I think you're just acting weird because you're bored. Which seems to definitely be the case. Because for a while I was like, nope, it's gonna be any day now, he's gonna go. But I was like, he hasn't gone. He's still around. He's the longest. I haven't owned many fish in my life, but he's definitely lasted the longest. I've had him for like 6 months, 7 months, something. Granted, every fish I've had before is like either like a beta fish. I've gotten a shark once and my wife accidentally killed it, like a little baby shark thing. That was a great and mournful day in the Coalition household. Alright. So this is going to be more or less our angle. Let's go ahead and drag in some Hellpods. I believe you mean the plot twist, but the plot twist sounds like something inappropriate. Good save, good save. Oh dang, where's the drop that? Oh, not too far off. Hello? Where's my widgets? There we go. Any trader divers? So there was originally in the script, and as I was working on it with the writers, we determined that rather than it being like a trader, to instead make it like a trader helldiver, to instead make it a thief soldier. So there's a thief soldier who, as our main character states, spouts an awful lot of treachery for someone in range of liberation. Did I put Hellpods in here? Are you my Hellpods? I thought they were Hellpods from a previous animation I did, but I could be wrong. Hellpod player, where's that? It's in this Super Destroyer. I'm in the wrong Super Destroyer. Okay. Yep, they're all my Hellpods. I'll just grab Eagle 1 and put her over here. I meant plot twist, I swear. Sure you did, Waff. This is going to be one of those things where Eagle 1 comes from makes no sense. But it's just, it's for vibes. The vibes are all that matter. Oh man, the SES Liberty. I love diving from the SES Liberty up. Does this guy have an easy enough animation to trigger? I can't quite say if there is a animation associated with this guy. Nope. That's all right. I do wonder. So this is the main thing. Holy, it's a lot of bones. Sweet liberty, that's a lot of bones. Okay, those aren't attached to anything. Those probably tell the I'll tell the game where something needs to be. That's what all these porter bones are for. It's all just data for the game to use, so they're kind of useless to me. But it doesn't look like I have actual control over the door, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, it'd be one of these. Likely one of these. I don't see anything. It's alright. What are your guesses of who will be acting in the official Helldivers 2 movie? Interesting question. You know, if they just get the one dude from Starship Troopers, I'll be happy as a clam. I think that's all you really need. As far as like cameos, I think would be like hilarious. Let's see. I would say probably Tom Cruise would be pretty good. Well, it should all be like younger people. Like anybody who's older. Like I don't know where they would fit, you know? Because I would start saying stuff like Brad Pitt and whatnot, but like it's like, you know, they're too old. So like Timothy Chalamet would be a pretty good like someone. Tom Cruise could be John Helldiver. True. I'm gonna be John Helldiver. I'm gonna do all my own stunts. I'm gonna fly Eagle 1 in this scene because I said to. I don't know why I think Tom Cruise sounds like that. But what actors are like look young enough? Anna de Armas. I'm a sucker for whatever season. Tom Holland. What other? Zendaya. I guess if we're going that route. Yeah, I'm thinking of like actors who like used to be young, but they're not anymore. Anya Taylor-Joy. She'd be another one. Like I'm just trying to think of like Millie Bobby Brown. She'd be another one. I'm just trying to think of like who are these actors who would be like, oh man, Florence Pugh. She'd probably be pretty good. I didn't know she was only 29. I thought she was way older than that. She's like, I mean, she's older than me, but not by much. Why is Liam Hemsworth on here? He's kind of old. Top 100 up and coming teen actors. I don't know. Millie Bobby Brown and Timothée Chalamet. Those are the only ones I recognize. And Anya Taylor-Joy. Or like all the kids from Stranger Things. That would be like just like kind of funny just to show off at one point. Just be like, they're all here and they're all dead and they're like an entire squad or whatever. Yeah, I don't know who any of these kids are. It'd be kind of funny to see YouTubers like involved. But again, like a lot of the YouTubers that come to mind are all older. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know who else. Ryan Reynolds. I would love to not see Ryan Reynolds in anything anymore. Oh, Jonah. Well, it was good having you here. Thank you for swinging by. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, no, Ryan Reynolds is like... Like, people complain about Chris Pratt. I want to see less Ryan Reynolds. I want to see less Ryan Reynolds. I want to see less The Rock. Where is the... Maybe I'll just move this down. Hello? Oh, do I need to drag it into my... That's what it is. Okay, let's figure out where the camera is going to be. So the camera's like here. We want the Hellpods to kind of come out and towards it. Everyone should be played by one one actor. That would be pretty funny. The cloning thing is debunked though. Arrowhead came out and said it. Helldivers are not clones. Which I'm like, good. I'm glad they didn't like go that route or concede to that. Would have been kind of boring for how interesting Helldivers are. They should cast the voice actor of Viper as Eagle One. If somebody can get in touch with that guy, that would be awesome. If anybody knew how to get a hold of that Viper guy, He would be. He would be. Like, yeah. I wonder if I can attach everybody to this one thing and then just give them all a little bit of their own individual animation. That'd be kind of nice. Although that does bring up a good point. Who's voicing Eagle One in the Helldivers movie? That's a celebrity question to ponder. Because I'll be honest, I don't totally know. The person who voices Eagle One in our film, she does a phenomenal job. That's not what I wanted to do. She sounds very close to the in-game voice, which is cool. Current position on rail, that's what I want to affect. Okay, yeah, see, that's... These constraints aren't working. Oh, I think I gotta do, what do I do? Attach. Preserve all. And do the rig rail. There we go. That's a pretty good speed. Then I can offset them. And we'll do the same for Eagle One. We'll grab in another one of those. What I'm going to be really curious to see is if, like, how they write the Helldivers script. Because what I found while I was writing the script for this, and when the writers came on board when we were all working on it, what I found was, like, you know, the dream was to, like, make it utterly, you know, ridiculous and, you know, like, everybody's dying all the time, but then, like, there's, like, a level of, like, you feel like you start losing the story by, like, having everybody always being dead. And then it's like, how do you how do you adjust that while staying true to this story? And what I found interesting in the way that I wrote this in the first draft was, like, anybody could die at any moment. And then there was just literally just one character where it was like, well, you haven't died yet, so you have become the main character. And there were characters who were in there who they were just the main character. Like, I was like, there needs to be a main character starting, right? And then just like when I got bored of that character, I was like, nah, this character like needs to die now. They're dead. And it was less about like finding the shortest route to kill them off, and just more about like, you know what? They've served their purpose. We're good. We can make do without them. And I hope that Sony does something similar with this movie, because I think it's just such a much more interesting way to write it, rather than it being like, you know, oh, we need to follow this cast of characters and, you know, get people invested that way, or the opposite, we need to kill off, you know, if somebody's been on screen for too long. Because the main character in our story, like, you know, it wasn't it wasn't necessarily an accident. But it was just like, once they survived the longest, I was like, okay, now how do we keep them alive in a way that like makes sense and is believable within the world? And why would somebody stay alive in this world? You know, like what sort of purpose do they have to actually keep them alive? Because, you know, Helldivers are cannon fodder. It would be great if they lived longer, but they certainly don't have to. Not for Super Earth to get what they need. So it's just interesting. Little tangent thought right there. All right, let's move the eagle over here. I wonder how she's supposed to get into the ship. Probably like right there. It's probably where Pelican and Eagle enter in game. I will say the Eagle 1 makes the Super Destroyer look smaller than I would have thought in my head. So maybe we'll super scale it up in the film. Hey, what's up, Sud? Y'all, if you're not subscribed to Sud, what are you doing? Head on over to his YouTube channel and give him a sub if you're watching right now. Give a sub to Sud. He's a cool guy. He does his own animations. Is just all around a pretty chill dude. Why does this not want to stay where it's supposed to? Of course, man. I love seeing your stuff. I hate that this is how you have to do this. I freaking hate the attach in Unreal. So just like offset her? I don't understand. Oh, hold up. That's not gonna do anything because, yeah, it did like this stupid sets 2 keyframes thing. So now over time she's just gonna float away. This should affect both keyframes though. I don't know why Unreal still like uses this attach feature. It's so klutzy It doesn't work half the time. Like, dog, just make everything a constraint. Maybe I'll just delete those and... I don't even know anymore. Well, yeah, she still follows that. So we'll just set those. If Sud is a piece of shit, then I'm cooked. That looks a little fruity. Not how I want that to look. I don't mean fruity in a bad way. I mean, like, it just looked weird. Alright. That looks like a good general speed, but she, like, outpaces them like crazy. So maybe I'll have that start a little bit later. And she can outpace them. That looks pretty good. Alright. Let's get this camera set up. We'll clean up the animation and then we'll call it Bonita. So I'm actually gonna set up a camera like where do I want everybody to be as they're passing it? This feels like a pretty good position. Ooh, that focal length feels pretty nice too. This angle definitely means she needs to start like way up there. Alright, so I think this is gonna be the mid position. Then I'll track a camera in there for those last few frames. That's feeling pretty good. All right, let's focus on the individual rotations of these vehicles. And maybe I'll punch out to a 24 mil just to account for some camera shake. All right, first of all these guys need an animation to just tell the Hellpod to stay closed, like that one. We'll do a quick little save. Cool, now we'll start fixing up the rotation of everything. So I'm actually going to add an additive transform. And we'll give them all just a little bit of an offset. And essentially what I can do here now is use this rail as a guide so that as they come down, they more or less follow the nose follows the rail. That looks a little weird. And we'll start affecting these other guys. The reason that I need to do it too as in additive animation or transform is because it is it's using the constraint lock, which again is just like so annoying that they still support that as like a primary function in sequencer. It was for like what's it called? Unreal Engine like 3 or 4. And like I understand keeping things because like people still use the function, but This guy I'm gonna have like back here. It's gonna be a little bit further up, so as it comes past the camera. I kind of like this. It can be like the last thing the camera sees before it pans down. I like that. Now let's do the next one. Go back to the beginning. Do an additive. Sud, if you're still here, what are you working on? Any new animations? I know you have your Mass Effect stuff, but I didn't know if there were any updates. If you have a new episode coming out, let me know. Would love to hear what's going on. I think this one can kind of always be a little bit more ahead of the others. So that there's something leading us down. I'm finishing up a short for that Kit Bash Luminera challenge. Nice. I do remember seeing your YouTube short about that. I really want to get back into doing those sorts of challenges. I did a bunch of yeah, I did see that snippet of the one you posted the other day. I used to do the ones in Punishers or Clinton Jones's server. I used to do his a lot because I kind of saw it as a way to like, oh, here's just a fast track of learning 3D. So I did a lot of his. I won, I think, only like one. Like one of his weekly challenges, but it did teach me an awful lot. And then like I was just like, well, now I want to make stuff. I want to make stuff that's gonna be seen, and you know, like I want to start telling the stories that I want to tell. And so I stopped doing them, but I have a few buddies who still do a lot of them regularly, and people that I follow, and I'm like, man, it does seem fun just to take like a month to do one shot, or like a week to do one shot. I'm like, that could be a good time. All right, this one right here feels like it needs more. Feels like it needs to be rotated down. we'll fix up the animation on Eagle 1. We'll be pretty close. So I had to check it out. It's still ongoing. I entered this one because I use a lot of Kitbash assets for Pilgrimage. Even getting that last place would be dope AF because it'd save $100 a month. That would be pretty cool. I was actually looking into cargo the other day. I kind of really don't like I know them subscriptions. I really don't like all these subscription based things, and like if anybody from Action VFX is watching, I've been meaning to talk to some of my contacts over there, but they have switched over to like an entirely subscription based version, and I'm like, look, I understand, I get it, but sometimes I just want an asset and I want to buy it and just use just that asset. That's all I wanted. And I will come back. I am more likely to come back you know, to get something else that same way. But and the people over at Action VFX, some of like the nicest people. Action VFX and like Rococo are like some of the best people and like customer service out there. And I'm like, please don't do this subscription thing. I don't have money to pay a subscription for this, but sometimes I have a little bit of money to buy like a couple of things that I want or need. I am a Black Friday loyal customer. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, still needs a lot of VFX on it, but like animation wise, that's looking pretty cool. Yeah, no, like even Rococo with like that, their Rococo Vision thing. Great concepts. I do like that they offer, like, as far as I know, like a free version with the a free version with shoot, I'm spacing. A free version with one camera. I don't know if they still do though. This is a pretty smooth shot. I kind of want to keep it going. It feels just a hair too slow. Like legit, like in edit, I would probably bump this up by like change it from like 100% to like 115%. So with that, let's just give it that extra boost in these. Yo, Ark's in the house. He's hanging out. Let's go. How you doing, buddy? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you hanging out. Oh, the constraints turn off here too, huh? So said, I used to go off the dome. That was like my whole thing. I was like, I'll keep it all up in my noodle. And for Room 24, the Red Dead short, it kind of worked because I was doing that more like a virtual production. But then, like, New Frontiers, I was like, I'll do it, like, you know, I'll shoot from the hip, do the whole thing, it'll be good times. And, like, after, oh, this animation's gonna be slightly off now. Oh, it's actually not that bad. One of them's breaking, though. Which one's broken? Which one are you? Just the broken one. But, no, this whole thing, this Helldivers one, is entirely mapped out. And my goodness, is it saving me more than I would have thought. Aha, that's why you're broken. Okay, I still kind of want the camera to turn as they pass. That's too late. Because I kind of liked how oh, you know what it is? It's because they're going a little bit slower now. Alright, well, I can probably clean that up a little bit more. I think we're just about gonna call the stream. I think we're at a pretty good point. Pretty good place to stop. New playlist is depleted, so I think I'm gonna leave y'all right there. Yeah, I'll probably add a little bit of that camera shake as they go past. But yeah, thank you all for watching, hanging out. It's been a good, nice, chill stream. New playlist. I think it went well. So that's gonna be it for now. We'll be back next week. If you want to become a member, consider doing so. It really helps the channel. But if not, just happy to have you here as a viewer. We are going to be dropping this trailer in a couple of weeks, so pretty excited about that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks all.